Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory 1.1, where today we're going to be finishing our steel production. Thanks to the brand new power factory we made, we now finally have access to just enough power to actually turn on all of the infrastructure we built. Walking back over to our steel plant, we can see that this area requires just a bit of power. Over 900 megawatts. Where just last episode, we were only making 900 megawatts of power. Thankfully, we should now be able to just take this and connect it. And we should slowly see everything power to life. Why do you have no power? Like, why aren't you connected to power? This is so weird. There we go, that seems to have fixed it. Oh yeah, we can already see some of those smelters turning online. Is there any... Okay, so it looks like those aren't hooked up to power. Is that it? Yep, looks like that was it. Is that... Looks like that coal generator is on. I just barely saw it. Yep, right there. A little green. So we should see coal coming over any minute now. Oh, this is bad. Looks like over here in our copper factory, a lot of these constructors aren't on, which is odd, because wait, why are these four online? But then is it as simple as just a little bit of that? Yeah, it seems to be. Oh, we can already see some of these turning on, which is good. Oh, here's our first bits of copper wire. Man, this is amazing, just turning the whole factory on at once. I usually never do this. I usually power up each bit of the factory, you know, so it's working to its full potential, but having everything just slowly boot to life is something else. However, I'm now gonna let the whole system run through a bit and let everything fill up. And this should allow me to get out any final kinks that there might be in production, because I guarantee you there will be more errors. Okay, and way longer than I expected to later. Sorry, I was actually gone playing Power Wash Simulator IRL. Anyways, it seems some of our assemblers are offline, but that seems to be due to the fact that they are filled up on stators. All of these assemblers are filled up on motors, which is very good. I wish that I would have set up this conveyor belt to go into here while I was gone. Seems our stators are in here, cables are in here. So yes, it does seem like the entire factory is working. I was just a little too incompetent to hook up all of the power and such. Yup, all of this is going in. Ah, that's really gonna hurt, because all that time we could have already had all 100 automated wiring done. Whatever, it's fine, I don't care at all. And we should just be able to take this final conveyor belt there and right there. And all of our motors are flowing in. Very nice, very nice. If you're wondering what this thing is, I kind of just got bored one day and decided to build it. The interior isn't finished and you can barely see in it because I haven't unlocked lights yet. But just a little bit of navigating over here, you can see all of our rotors, or my fault, our motors are set up, and I did actually set it so where once this storage container is full, we will have all of the excess go over here into this awesome sink, which will sink any of our... Oh shoot, this needs to be hooked up to power. This will sink all of our extra resources and prevent all of the machines to get backed up, like we just saw. Now that we have made sure that everything, or at least our motors and automated wiring are working, I do actually want to leave it running for just a bit longer so we can ensure that everything is working to 100% capacity. Like, for example, why is this off right now? You need stators. Well, why aren't the stators... Okay. Why do I have it set up like this? Why are the stators going into a merger right here instead of just going into this splitter? What was I thinking? Why in the world would I ever need to do that? And now we should have all of our stators going into... Like, why would I set it up like that? That makes no sense. Yeah, there we go. Now we have some stators going in here. Sometimes you make really, really weird decisions and can't explain why. That's why it's always good to make sure everything is working. If you remember from our first episode working with steel, I had 3 factories in mind. Our starting steel factory, which we built first to allow us to get some of these basic resources. Then we just finished building the, where was it? Automated wiring and motors? Right here, which was this entire setup. Probably shouldn't have started with this, but it's whatever. And finally, what we're going to build now, the last piece of the puzzle, is this versatile framework system. This is way easier and doesn't require 32 constructors just for the copper, so I don't know why we didn't start with this, but I'm... Okay. All we should need is 360 iron and 240 coal. This will give us 10, where is it? Versatile framework per minute. And that should, although it will take a while, should get us to phase 2 eventually. We can actually go here and do the math. So if we do 1,000 divided by 10, 100 minutes. To deal with the smart plating, I'm probably just going to do what I did before and build a few assemblers, hook up some storage containers with all the resources in it, and kind of just leave it. I don't really feel like building all this infrastructure for smart plating. I don't really think we're going to need that much more smart plating for the rest of the playthrough. I think it is an ingredient for one of the later, like, what is it? Stage parts? What are these called? Project parts for the space elevator. Unfortunately, in building this versatile framework factory, we're going to have to turn down this entire area. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this now. And yeah, and now it's like it was never there. The next step is to probably try and pave over this entire area again. And this time, I'm going to set up the stuff for versatile framework. So I'm going to go ahead and route the materials over, and I'll update you guys in a little bit. And here is all of our iron and coal routed over. Now, I think we only needed around, what was it, like 200 coal? 240 coal? So we only needed 240 coal and 360 iron. So we are actually left with some... Oh, wait, are we? Is this also impure? Never mind. We are left with the exact amount of iron we need. Both of those are making 120. These two are impure nodes, therefore making a total of 120. All the nodes together, 360. And that one coal node down there is a pure node. Therefore, it gives off, what, 240 with Mark II miners? Now, we can go ahead and start with probably, well, you know, the most important part, the foundries. Put our blueprint designer here. And let's see. So we're going to have... We need a total of 5.33, but we're just going to round to, you know, a nice even 6. So we'll just underclock the last one. I guess I can go ahead and put the power here and another power strip right here. I like this. I like this. I'm going to go ahead and make a small design real quick, and then I'll come back. Okay, I might have gone just a little overboard, but I ended up making every single blueprint that we're going to need for this whole build. I don't know why. Just blueprints are really nice, and I like blueprints. Even though it honestly probably would have been quicker had I not just used blueprints. Anyways, putting that aside, please move out the way. Wait, why are you just standing here? Go. Sheesh. Let's see. Where's our steel? I think it's this one right here. Okay, I don't have any of the resources I need for this. Whoopsies. Now we should be able to put our, let's see, line this up to right here. Sure. We need 1, 2, and we're out of modular frames again. I do now think that I have this entire factory set up. It actually wasn't that bad and didn't take up as much space as I thought it would. We're gonna go ahead and hook up power. Let's see, just from this line here. Hopefully everything sparks to life. Nope. Wow, that hooked up to like nothing. Altogether, this entire factory uses 375.6 megawatts. Not too bad for 10 versatile framework per minute. We should, yep, right here we can see all the iron flowing in and all of the coal flowing in to here to our foundries. Seems I've made a little mistake and forgot this one conveyor belt right here. Big whoops on my end, but there we go. And yes, now all of these are getting filled up with steel beams, and the steel beams quickly go over here into their final destination. However, the other bit of iron actually comes from these two nodes over here solely. All the iron gets smelted up right there. Over here, all turned into plates, or I guess half of it. The other half comes over here and gets turned into plates. The rods from these constructors go into the screws right here. Screws go into these conveyor belts and get merged in with the said before plates to make reinforced plates. Those reinforced plates meet with some more rods and turn into modular frames. And those modular frames meet with the original steel pipes to make our versatile framework. And any minute now, they should start producing our versatile framework, where we won't actually have to wait too long. I think we only have to wait, what was it, 100 minutes? Which I don't even think that's bad. And we get all of our, what's it called? Versatile framework. And I don't actually, I think phase 3 might require 2,500 versatile framework. I'm not sure if I'm misremembering or not, but I think, well, this factory already will have all of that set. Oh, and I did set up a smart splitter here, so once this entire bin fills up, which is going to take a long time, it should start overflowing into the awesome sink, and it'll produce us a lot of resources. It does just seem like currently it is our plate production that is slowing us, which does make sense. They are at the very end of a manifold system. See, we have all of our iron here, and once it gets split off, so you know, we have 100, then 50, then 25, then what, 12.5 into a further, what is that, like 6.5? Something like that. Very small decibel number. The remaining bits get into here, and these other two plate constructors, which are even more split off, you know, just perks of having a manifold system, or I guess downsides of having a manifold system. I guess in the meantime, I can go ahead and overclock these to make just a little bit more iron. Oh shoot, that just zoomed past me. I didn't even get time to react. Well, there was our first bits of versatile framework. And that's really the last thing we need. However, I think I'm going to end episode off here. I think it was a success, automating 2 out of the 3 space elevator parts. If you enjoyed this episode, why don't you go check out last episode when we built that awesome new coal generator factory.